Namaste viewers. In today's topic, we are going to discuss LNG. Nowadays, because of the challenges in the energy industry, there is a global shift from the conventional hydrocarbons to the renewable sources of energy. And LNG is one of the renewable sources. LNG is actually derived from natural gas, and of course the natural gas can be obtained from hydrocarbons, which are of course non-renewable, and also the natural gas can also be obtained from renewable sources like biogas, etc. So LNG is also considered as a renewable energy in one form. LNG stands for liquefied natural gas. From name itself, it is clear that it is a natural gas, predominantly methane. This natural gas is liquefied at minus 163 degrees Celsius. Here, so the basic question which will arise, why we want to liquefy a natural gas? So on the right side, we can see there is a cube. So the bigger cube will show the volume occupied by natural gas at atmospheric pressure, and the same volume of gas will be reduced when it is at in liquid state at the same. So this reduction in volume is 625 times. It means in liquid state natural gas occupies 1 by 625th of its volume as a gas. So we can imagine a tremendous size reduction in volume when the gas is converted into a liquid state. This advantage makes it useful for transportation of natural gas in large volumes without compressing. Here we can see a typical process chain for the LNG. In the first part, here we can see this is an oil field from where we get the gas. That gas is transported to the liquefaction plant. Before it enters the liquefaction plant, it requires certain pre-treatments because the natural gas which we receive directly from the field, gas field, has certain impurities like water vapor, hydrogen sulfide, mercury, which is a poisonous element, and those impurities have to be removed before it is sent for a commercial use. So a pre-treatment is required where these impurities are stripped off from the natural gas, and the purified or the sweetened natural gas is then sent to the liquefaction plant, where this is the liquefaction plant. Here the gaseous natural gas is subjected to a cryogenic system where it is cooled and then it is liquefied. The liquefied natural gas is then transferred to a transportation bunkers, which are the LNG tankers. These LNG tankers are responsible for transportation of LNG for, so these long distance voyages, maybe it may be from Korea to United States, or maybe from Japan to India. Several thousand kilometers may be required for these voyages. Once the once these LNG tankers reach the delivery location, so these tankers are unloaded into another plant. This plant is called as a regasification plant. Regasification plant, the purpose is to convert the liquid state natural gas into a gaseous state natural gas, which can be used, which can be readily used. So these are the stage 3 plants. So there are basically, to summarize, three types of plants. I can rather add one fourth, which is the distribution system of LNG. First is the liquefaction plant. Liquefaction plant is again uh, followed by the transportation plants, which are the storage tankers, and the storage tankers will unload the LNG into the regasification units, which are generally located near the shore, seashores. And this will be the third type of plant, regasification plant. The fourth one will be the distribution system, from where the gasified LNG, which is now converted into a natural gas, is again compressed as a CNG, compressed natural gas, and it is distributed through some gas grids to the point of utilization. Again, here we will see the LNG life cycle, that is stage 1. Here we can see how a gas, natural gas, is liquefied. The input for this system is a gas feed, which is a natural gas, and the output for the system is liquefied natural gas. So the heat transfer will take here, okay. And again, for the heat transfer, here we can see the LNG is delivered, it is converted into LNG, and the medium of heat transfer which is used for cooling is the nitrogen, which we can see here. So there is a separate system of nitrogen, okay, liquid nitrogen, creation of liquid nitrogen. So this entire system we will discuss in upcoming videos, which are purely on the LNG topic. So now we will move to the third type of plants, which are the regasification plant. Here now the LNG tanker has finally arrived the location, and from here we will take the LNG is now pumped to the storage, which is an onshore storage. From here, the onshore storage, there are LNG pumps which are transferring the LNG to the vaporizers. Vaporizers are nothing but heat exchangers. So they are using the, we can say, a heating medium. Heating medium is nothing but a normal sea water which is pumped from the nearby sea, since these kind of plants are located on the shore which is near to the sea, and the sea water will be pumped into the heat exchangers, where there will be a heat exchange, and the liquefied natural gas will be converted into, will be vaporized, and it will be converted into a normal natural gas. Again, the natural gas will be compressed by some compressor units, and it will be sent to the distribution grids, where they will be utilized, the point of utilization in industry, petrochemicals, electrical power, residential, commercial use, and even for automobiles. So this is all the overview what we have seen. So to summarize the different types of LNG plants, or we can say different types of LNG projects what we have in industry, there are three types. First, liquefaction plant, where a natural gas is converted into a liquid state. Second one is the LNG storage and transportation vessel. The purpose of that vessel is to transport the liquefied natural gas from one point to the other point. And the third type of plant for LNG is regasification plant, where the LNG tanker, the unloaded LNG from the LNG storage vessel is regasified, and then it is sent to the point of utilization through some gas grids. So this is all an entire overview of the LNG plants, LNG sector. So these are the three basic core type of units which we come across in the LNG industry. The applicable codes and standards for LNG projects. Currently, the NFPA, that is the National Fire Protection Agency, has developed codes applicable for LNG production, handling, storage and transportation. NFPA 59A and NFPA 57. These are the two common widely used codes. Of course, these codes are used by are developed by the US agency NFPA. There are other agencies which have developed this kind of codes for CNG, primarily by Russia and China, which they are using for their domestic projects in those countries. So keep watching this kind of videos and do not without fail watch the future episodes which are on renewable energy and LNG, where we are going to discuss the three different types of plant: liquefaction plant, storage tankers and the regasification plants. So without fail, subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Share our videos with your friends and colleagues so that they can take advantage of this knowledge which is free of cost. This is your channel, so promoting the channel is your responsibility. Thank you for watching this video. Stay connected.